Gardening is like a really rewarding experience. You get to have a lot of fun. You get to be outside and away from technology for a while. And growing stuff, eating the stuff you grow, looking at like pretty flowers and spending time with your friends is just really wholesome for the soul.
The MVHS garden was originally cared for by site maintainer Chi Ma before the COVID-19 pandemic. Ma maintained the garden along with English teachers Jireh Tanabe and Sarah Borelli, wanting to make the garden into a space for special education students to bond and for the MVHS community to enjoy.
He used to plant tomatoes, lots of herbs, eggplants, bell peppers, chili peppers, beans. He basically maintained everything. He would ask me or Ms. Borelli to come and help him. And so we would help him weed, we would help him figure things out. I would bring my kids on the weekends to help him with it. He wanted it to be a place where teachers could go and not just to work, but also to get the fruits of the labor.
However, in late 2020, Ma had to go on medical leave, and the garden fell by the wayside. The turning point came when 4 of Tanabe's students proposed to start a garden at MVHS as part of a project last year. This led to them starting the Garden Club, which works to support the garden, along with MV Interact Club and the Special Education Academic Community Transition Program classes.
So the initial goals for the garden were that it was supposed to be a space for the more special ed kids in Monte Vista, the special ed class, to come out and do physical work that you don't usually get to do within a school environment. And that's still something that we want to pursue within the garden. We are working in conjunction with the special ed classes. They still come in here quite a few times a week, as well as we do, and we try to take care of it together and make it a little bit easier on them.
Despite numerous hurdles and a lack of funding, the Garden Club and MV Interact have shown dedication in bringing the garden back to life.
So we found out that the garden needed a lot of renovation, and also we wanted to start planting different plant varieties here. So we reached out, and over the past few months, we've been coming here every Friday afternoon to do some work, cleaning up the weeds and planting these new varieties. Last year we had some difficulty with like the soil, so we had to get new soil and make sure it was weather permitting in order to have all of these different plants. And this year the chances were right, and so yeah, we set everything up and we've been working here ever since.
The garden was super overgrown by when we started doing the club, so I had to do a lot of work to get rid of the weeds in the beds and basically all around the ground.
For many students helping out, the garden provides a respite from the academic pressure of MVHS, giving them a place to unwind without leaving campus.
I know it's a lot of rushing today, especially in Monte Vista, where you just focus on your schoolwork and your homework and your extracurricular work, and then you don't ever really go outside or touch grass. And then getting to garden and being outside for a few hours every day and seeing something grow that you made yourself, planting it and then watching it grow all the way up, like the tulips over there, it's a really rewarding experience.
It's just a great experience to be outdoors with your friends and your peers. I think it's good for everyone's mental health to have that break after a long week. Also, it's great to just contribute to our community and to be able to work with the special education here and all of the students. It really brings people together, I think, when everyone's down here in their work clothes and they're in the dirt and they're having fun, and we've learned a lot about the plants that we do plant, and it's definitely a process watching them grow, putting them in the soil.
Looking ahead, the Garden Club and Interact aim to collaborate with the Special Education Department to organize fundraisers and provide continued support for the garden.
Right now we haven't had too much produce yet, but there are talks of fundraisers for the club, like if they have passion fruits, that they would take those, make a sugary combination and then sell tea, perhaps. That would be something that they could do, or they could sell their succulents in pots that the ceramics class makes. There's different ideas out there currently.
It's a measure of maturity, I feel. And gardening can also be self-discovery, the way you'll discover a lot about yourself, and you'll see later on that every decision you've made is because it reflects a part of you.